So apparently injecting your balls with $11,000 a month in steroids and chewing on raw cow testicles turns you into a schizophrenic tweaker. Who knew? The Liverking, aka Brian Johnson, best known for lying through his HGH-riddled teeth about being natty.
Right, we all have the same potential. It's not just this physical potential, right? And I always say, at the end of the day, cheating doesn't scale. It's not sustainable and it doesn't scale.
Yes, I've done steroids.
Got himself arrested in Texas after threatening Joe Rogan and posting a string of increasingly cracked out videos online.
Fitness influencer Brian Johnson was arrested by the Austin Police Department for making a terroristic threat, which is a misdemeanor, against podcaster Joe Rogan. Johnson has made multiple videos challenging Rogan to a fight. This investigation is ongoing.
Now, to be fair, it started out like a Paul Brothers stunt. You know, post a cringy challenge, rake in views, pretend you're serious. But instead of stopping at his Instagram or on his X account, he took a spirit flight to Austin like some ancestral rite of combat, then wandered around a hotel room ranting like half the population of Austin, to be fair. The Californian half, but still. He then filmed himself shirtless, wearing a fur headdress, pacing like his cortisol levels were trying to escape his bloodstream, and shouting at Joe Rogan to fight him, man to man. At one point, he actually says the following: "I have no training in jiu-jitsu. You're a black belt. You should dismantle me." I mean, he's not wrong. Either way, it's not the hardest opener when you're trying to pick a fight. It's less epic showdown and less, you know, let's duel it dawn. And more divorced dad playing Braveheart at a Planet Fitness, kinda. And the best part is, minutes before the cops showed up, he was wandering the hotel room to ambient meditation music, muttering about being arrested, going to prison, and fighting Joe Rogan.
Make the excuse book and fill it with excuses. Keep the excuses ready for the boss, for the wife, for the friends.
Don't snort creatine. He even tells his cameraman not to let him bring a knife outside. I mean, that is the proper call, but still not exactly what one would call a mentally healthy man to begin with. In one video, he's sipping coffee beside a box with the Joe Rogan Experience logo on it.
Can we please make sure that this container, if I'm arrested, I don't know for how long, this container goes to Mothership? Yeah, it doesn't go to Joe Rogan. It doesn't. It goes to the guy who let me in. My wife and I, who let us in, he didn't have to.
Which he said should be delivered to Rogan's comedy club if he gets arrested. I wonder what's in there.
What's in the box?
Imagine threatening a man and like prepping him a care package, like you're sending cookies and like maybe a crayon drawing to a deployed soldier. Like, have you ever had like a crazy ex-girlfriend who would threaten to stab you and set you on fire and then like call you up crying and show up at your job with Chick-fil-A? Me neither. Same energy though. Then he calls his kids for a group hug and prayer right before the sirens begin blaring outside. It's like, seemed kind of like part Duck Dynasty dinner prayer, part tweaker, with maybe a dash of Code Blue Cam with a particular T-Rex.
You're my boy, Blue!
Rest in peace, Phil, and my God, Noah. Anyway, let's rewind real quick to the before time. The long, long ago. This is the same guy who conned half of TikTok into thinking he was shredded off of liver, testicles, and ancestral diets to make money off of people that he was lying to. This is the same guy who got outed about his obvious roid usage and destroyed his own life. The dude was on more gear than that purple-haired girl at an EDM festival who would let everybody have a turn. You know the one. Rare rubber. And yeah, we all knew it. The guy looked like a cartoon character drawn by a 12-year-old obsessed with warlocks and upper body swole. Nobody has veins like that from gizzards and raw cow dick. Just saying. So, yeah, Liverking did in fact fly to Austin to attempt fighting Joe Rogan. But let's be real, this wasn't about honor or some ancestral blood feud. This was about attention. His career has been on a steep decline ever since the steroid confession.
I've done steroids.
And the internet moved on from raw testicle montages. Well, most of it has. So now we're in the publicity stunt phase. He's clawing for relevance the same way he used to claw frozen liver out of a Yeti cooler.
Editor here, I swear I tried to find a video of Liverking pulling meat out of a cooler, but the more videos I watched of him stuffing raw meat in his mouth, the more sick I got. So instead, here is a grok picture of Tac making out with a flounder. Yeah, that's not Tac, but at least he's not Asian either.
It's like watching middle-aged caveman go through influencer menopause. So now he's been charged with making a terroristic threat. Calling somebody out online is a Tuesday. That's what clout chasing looks like. But flying across the country, pacing shirtless like a feral pre-workout mascot with a sprinkle of BPD, and uploading a pre-arrest montage with a family prayer. That kind of content used to be reserved for MTV. You know, actually, bring back Laguna Beach, but with Liverking. Anyway, and Rogan, he never even had him on the show. He just mocked him, you know, for the whole liver snacks and hormone factory of a torso.
Now that we know that he's full of shit, we're talking about the Liverking, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. And he's this guy who walks around everywhere with no shirt on, big bushy beard, super jacked. And he was telling people that the way he gets that way is by sunning his balls, and that's how he's so jacked. But it's preposterous.
Liverking probably saw that and thought that, oh, I'm the main character and he's making fun of me. You know, this wasn't a fight. This is a man sprinting into irrelevance and hoping someone films it. And now he's in a cell in Austin, probably still shirtless, explaining to some overworked public defender why he flew across country to challenge a podcaster like he was auditioning for the UFC. Meth edition, of course. Anyway, don't threaten podcasters or anyone for that matter. Don't raw dog cocaine and whey protein injections straight into your penis. And if you're gonna have a public meltdown, at least wait until after your kids finish the group prayer. If you liked the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If this video does well, I'll finally take my editor out of the basement and let him go like sniff grass or something at the dog park. He's earned it. Kind of. Come on, Lex! Time to go for a walk!
Tactical update.
Liverking is officially out of jail, and guess what? He's already back to posting more methed out videos like nothing ever happened.
For a terroristic threat?
Still pacing, still muttering, still snorting creatine powder, probably. Allegedly. Maybe. Don't do that. He doesn't say Rogan's name now, probably because of the restraining order that is against him, but starts dancing around it with someone whose name rhymes with Rogan, or even Seth Rogan. He flashes his ankle monitor now like it's something to be proud of, talks about how he was arrested by the Violent Crimes Division, like that makes him sound tough.
He thought if you just put him in jail, have the Violent Crimes Division, have them come arrest him.
And says that the box he had for Rogan that he wanted shipped to the mothership was a present, not a threat.
The whole time that terroristic threat you thought was a bomb or something inside that box was actually a present.
I mean, let's be real. It was probably something weird like giraffe balls or something else. Maybe his balls. I don't know. He ends with, the videos will never stop, which at this point feels less like a threat and more like a cry for help. Many are speculating that Liver Queen here blames Rogan for his supplement empire collapsing. In reality, his entire supplement empire collapsed because he lied to everyone's face about his own steroid use.
I've done steroids.
He got caught juicing, emails leaked, and suddenly the whole raw liver and testicle shtick wasn't really enough to cover the $11,000 a month steroid habit. The man's a con artist. Anyway, now he is stuck wandering Austin, filming himself like the countless other homeless, mentally deranged psychopaths in Austin. He's an influencer with no off switch, trying to force a redemption arc that nobody asked for. Joe Rogan doesn't even have to say anything at this point, because when a grown man is spiraling this hard on camera, you don't need to respond. You just let him cook right into the psych eval that he probably will legally have to attend. Have fun in there, bud.